Hi everyone, my name's Beata. I just wanted to post a video on a topic that's been on my mind for quite some time, and it's fat shaming versus fit shaming. Lately I've been seeing a lot of backlash against women's physique. I've heard it firsthand, that I go to the gym too much, that I'm getting too big, and I obviously disagree. Um, I've seen posts about pregnant women working out, and I've seen progress shots of women who are competing in women's physique. And naturally, as I'm reading these comments, there's bound to be some controversy because, God forbid, can women actually gain some muscle without being attacked for it? It's funny how we all become experts in any given field of some sort when something offends us. When I read these negative comments, all I can feel is sorry for the girls who post these pictures. They're posting because they're proud of their success. Posting these progress shots gives them some sort of self-validation, some appreciation, but what a great way to have that thrown in your face by having someone literally bring your self-conscious fears crashing down. I'm sure that in some cases people who ignorantly respond don't do it vindictively or with the active intent to upset you. Um, but that's what I'm truly upset about and what this very situation has brought to light. The notion that it's okay to bash those of us who are striving for a fit and healthy lifestyle, but it isn't okay to even bring to light to those who are lazy, overweight, or obese. And I do want to get one thing completely straight. I'm not saying that it's okay to bash those who don't care about healthy living. It isn't, and it's not okay to make fun of anyone at all. But the problem is that it's become acceptable to belittle those of us who hold ourselves to a higher standard of living, yet it isn't okay to even say the word fat around someone who literally is obese, because that just makes you a jackass and a fat shamer. Obesity is actually considered a chronic disease, and the top factors that influence obesity are physical activity and diet. But who'd have thought that? It's no secret that human beings have always had a long history of wanting what they don't deserve. But in this topic, it hits home because I know personally what it takes to go from an unhealthy lifestyle to holding yourself to a higher standard. If being obese was okay, people wouldn't die from it. Health is positive, and to not want health is to not want positivity. Wait, isn't that a paradox? Nobody wants to be unhappy or unhealthy, but rather they know deep down that they don't have what it takes to go out there and get it. Deep down, they would welcome a change to a healthy lifestyle, but they aren't ready. Maybe one day they will be, but now, in that weaker period of their lives, they don't want their weakness or areas of struggle brought to light. So instead, they guilt everyone around them who would even dare to threaten their way of life. Pretty ironic. We literally only have our health in life. So how is it okay for people to call others health freaks or fitness freaks? How can one be a freak about wanting to live? Isn't that what we should all want? You only get one body and one chance to keep it. So ignoring the fact about obesity being unhealthy, this whole fitness thing is not a conspiracy against you. The world constantly encourages mediocrity and discourages those of us that excel. Nobody wants to know that someone is doing better than them. Sure, we can say that it's great, but when it's in an area of your life you know you struggle in, it is never easy to see someone so easily tackle those issues. So instead, people resort to naming those people. It's got so bad this year, women erupted and simultaneously became experts in health and medicine when a pregnant woman released Instagram photos of her and her pregnant belly that showed off her amazing level of fitness. It wasn't greeted with encouragement and congratulations, at least not for the most part. It was replied with a lot of hate. People bashed this girl for everything she was, with absolutely no clinical background to stand on, and all because the norm in this society is for women to get pregnant, to overeat, to get fat, and in most cases to stay that way. They bash this girl because she's done what they couldn't do, and it makes them feel threatened. Again, if she's healthy, then what's the problem? When did health become viewed as a bad thing? That actually makes no sense. I think the year of 2015 really took it to new heights, being the year when everybody found absolutely everything offensive. You can't wear the shirt you want while landing a satellite on an asteroid without offending radical feminist groups. And you can't hire a person anymore whom is best suited for a job, but rather one that is more accurately representing a certain populace. Even Starbucks, when they released their red cup and people lost their minds, accusing Starbucks of blowing off Christmas. Hashtag it's just a cup. Get over it. It's now been taken to a new level where apparently you can now do nothing and that offends people. So often now people are posting about unrealistic body standards for men and women. Not once have I seen any unrealistic standards. What I've seen are a bunch of people unwilling to prioritize health and fitness into their lives, while still wanting to reap all the benefits of what being healthy and fit would give. If you work hard, you get toned. If you don't, you get fat. If you squat, you get a butt. If you don't, your butt is flat. How does it make sense to call it unrealistic if simply it's something you haven't worked for? We get what we work for in this life, people. If you want to be great at your career, then go to work and kill it, but don't be upset when your health declines or your looks vanish or your clothes don't fit because you never prioritized your health. At least have the guts to own up to where you've invested your time. If we're talking about beauty, then let me just say this. I've seen a lot of beautiful people who have amazing hearts, but the truth is that despite someone's inner worth, most people don't rise up to realize their true potential. It's honestly much too hard. In fact, it's a lot easier to bring the standard down to them than for them to rise up. Thus, fit shaming. Beauty comes in all shapes and sizes, but what's truly attractive is health. Nobody can argue with that. No matter what, no one would ever choose anyone or want anyone in their life to be unhealthy rather than healthy. So then if it's agreed that health is optimal and to look healthy means certain waist measurements, visual or aesthetic looks, abs, whatever it may be, then why is that suddenly not okay? Because it's visual confirmation that you're not there. Because when you're put up against someone who is a spitting image of health, it's much easier to call their body style unrealistic and to shun those who appreciate it than it is for you to actually change. Change is the hardest thing in life. Calling someone that you don't know beautiful is probably the meekest, thinnest compliment you could give. And calling someone beautiful, someone you know who has struggled and worked their ass off, and someone that you can see is at their pinnacle of life, calling that person beautiful is the greatest compliment that you can hear, because it means you truly see them for what they are. You can appreciate that person that has worked hard and deserves that recognition. Please don't take this away from those people that deserve it. If you want to be viewed the same, then go out there and deserve it. You wouldn't demand a degree having not gone to university. Then why would you deserve to be looked at the same as someone who has worked their ass off? Don't take that away from them, because I'm sure that you wouldn't like having something you worked hard for stripped from you. If you're offended by someone in a size 4 being called beautiful while you're not happy or confident going out in that clothes that you own, don't belittle anyone or even dare to fit shame them. Try instead to take the feeling you have, that lack of confidence, as a hint that maybe your first step might be to start working on yourself so that you can be happy. Just watch how your view of the world changes. If you truly are happy in your own skin, then you have nothing to worry about.